Hello UGC NET aspirants, today I will share with you the syllabus of UGC NET first paper code 00. Kindly check it, it's coming to your screen.
Hello, now all of you can see on the screen the syllabus of UGC NET examination. You can see what you have to study for passing the NET and JRF examination. In first unit C, already I have taught you Swam, Prabha and MOOC. Now, first unit consists of teaching aptitude. Let's see in detail what you have to study and what I have to teach. Teaching concept objectives, level of teaching, memory, understanding and reflective levels, characteristics and basic requirements. All detailed notes will be shared to you. Everything will be taught to you in detail. Now, learners' characteristics, characteristics of adolescent and adult learners, academic, social, emotional and cognitive, individual differences, factors affecting teaching related to teacher, learner, support material, learning environment and institution, instructional facilities, methods of teaching in institutions of higher learning, teacher-centered versus learner-centered methods, offline versus online methods, Swam Prabha, MOOC, etc. Teaching support system, traditional, modern and ICT based. Evaluation systems, elements and types of evaluation. Evaluation in choice-based credit systems in higher education. Computer-based testing. Innovations in evaluation systems. Okay, these all things you will study in the first unit. Now comes the most important unit, unit 2, research aptitude. Either you are studying for NET JRF examination or doing the PhD, it is the most important unit. In this, you will know about what is research, its meaning, types of characteristics, okay, methods of research, experimental, descriptive, historical, qualitative and quantitative methods, steps of research, thesis and article writing, format and styles of referencing, application of ICT in research, research ethics. The most important topic, I will give a detailed video lecture on these topics. When you will do the coursework of PhD, these things will help you. Now comes the unit 3, comprehension. A passage of text is given and in that text questions will be asked from the passage. You have to answer. Communication, meaning, type and characteristics of communication you have to study. Effective communication, verbal and non-verbal, interculture and group communication, classroom communication, barriers to effective communication, mass media and society. Further comes the fifth unit, mathematical reasoning and aptitude. Here you will learn about types of reasoning. Every reasoning will be, solutions will be solved on the whiteboard. You will know each step nicely in detail. Types of reasoning, number series, letter series, code and relationships, mathematical aptitude, fraction, time and distance, ratio, proportion and percentage, profit and loss, interest and discounting, averages, etc.
Unit 6, logical reasoning. In this you will learn about understanding the structure of arguments forms, structure of categorical propositions, mood and figure, formal and informal fallacies, uses of language, connotations, denotations of terms, classical, square of opposition, evaluating and distinguishing deductive and inductive reasoning, analogies, Venn diagram, simple and multiple use for establishing validity of arguments. Indian logic, means of knowledge. See, Indian logic portion is most important here. Okay, here you will learn about pramanas, pratyaksh, perception, anuman, inference, upmana, comparison, shabd, verbal testimony, arthpatti, implication, and anuplabdhi, non apprehension. Structures and kinds of anuman, inference, vyapti in verbal relation, hat bhashas, policies of inference. Okay, these all notes I will give you in detail. Then comes about the 7th unit, data interpretation. Here all the data will be given to you, okay, where you have to solve out the relevant questions given from the data interpretation part. Sources, acquisition and classification of data, quantitative and qualitative data, graphical representation, bar chart, histogram, pie chart, table chart and line chart, and mapping of data, data interpretation, data and governance. Now comes the 8th unit, information and communication technology, ICT, behavior, abbreviations and terminology, basics of internet, intranet, email, audio and video conferencing, digital initiatives in higher education, ICT and governance. Okay. 9th unit is about people, development and environment, millennium development and sustainable development goals, human and environment interaction. Then comes the anthropogenic activities and their impact on environment, environmental issues, local, regional and global, air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution, noise pollution, waste, solid, liquid, biomedical, hazardous and electronic, climate change and its socio-economic and political dimensions, impacts of pollutants on human health, natural and energy resources, solar, wind, soil, hydro, geothermal, biomass, nuclear and forest, natural hazards and disasters, mitigation strategies, Environmental Protection Act 1986, National Action Plan on Climate Change, international agreements and efforts, Montreal Protocol, Rio Summit, Convention on Biodiversity, Kyoto Protocol, Paris Agreement, International Solar Alliance. Then comes the Unit 10th, Higher Education System. Here you will study about institutions of higher learning and education in ancient India, evolution of higher learning and research in post-independence India, Oriental convocational and non-convocational learning programs in India, professional, technical and skill-based education, value education and environmental education, policies, governance and administration. So, 5 questions of each carrying 2 marks are to be set from each module. Okay. So, I have read all the syllabus in detail, but it's not tough. Okay. We will learn it in interesting manner. Everything will be prepared. You guys will crack UGC NET and JRF examination. So, stay tuned with channel. Thank you.